Hey there, friends. So this morning I was cleaning up some typos and rereading my Wittgenstein Explained. That one's gotten kind of a lot of views. Um, However, the story I just put up on Medium is more autobiographical. Let me figure that out. Medium is pretty cool platform so far. We'll see. I've got, 400 things on it? 300? I don't know. Let's find out. Published 305 things. And that includes like comments on other stories, right? If you make remarks or responses, that just files in here. So some satirical mathematics. That's about how we have white hat and black hat vectors. The white hats teach that we have three dimensions, but then we still need the black hats to get the work done. Adventures in Math Teaching, I just wrote, and this one is about the lattice gallery again. And if you go back in this YouTube channel, there's plenty of video about all of this going on. This has to do with the City's campus project, Asylum City, blah, blah. If you're new to this channel, let's put it that way, I was involved. I was looking forward to like kind of horse camps, kind of university in Eastern Oregon, or actually just high desert Oregon, because there's a lot of estates and ranches out there that if we had kind of a dorm system, and I was going to use these refugee prototype things, kind of like IKEA near the airport, there would be like an exhibit and people would test live in these even. So that was called Epcot West, Nod of the Hat 2, Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, a Disney concept. It's what he was drawing on the roof of the hospital ceiling, as he passed away. I like Defunct Land. Great channel. Learned a lot. And I'm following the reopening of Shanghai Disney, and I'm tracking what's going on locally as well. With theme parks in general, I use roller coasters when I teach data science, and by the way, partly why I haven't been making any YouTubes is I did 4 weeks of 20 hours a week, which was kind of a lot for me, but I did pretty good based on the feedback. I know probably people who hated the course were less vocal about it. They're just being polite and stuff. But I got pretty good feedback reviews for my data science, and my Python course also was pretty good. I floundered in some cases. It's not really 40 hours of me talking. There's 3 20-minute labs and 3 5-minute breaks per meetup. We do 10 meetups. And I followed the time-tested sort of professorial model with the data science course, in that I had a parallel text that I developed as we went. So it's like professor writing a textbook for the course they're teaching kind of model, right? And that works pretty well with GitHub too, and you can like share snapshots, or you teach them how to actually git pull. In other words, as your students progress through the course, they can keep getting the updates that you put in. Like you can write this with them as you go kind of thing. When I did this with kids, I'd incorporate screenshots of their art. Let's take a look at that. So this is 4D Solutions. It's on GitHub. Curriculum development. Check it out. That's the data science, right? I'm going to continue to evolve it, right? Right now, I'm in the midst of looking at Julia. That's a programming language, and R, partly just to keep the contrasts clear in my own mind regarding Python and so forth. When I started in Python, it was a small, obscure subculture programming language tribe spreading out of Europe, and not in any way as big as it is today. So when I teach Python today, it's more like I'm an establishment figure. It seems like, I'm like at the core of some global corporate entity, the conspiracy of Pythonistas or whatever. And it's just because that language spread successfully in a lot of ways, and it's a different experience now. You're looking for the new underdog, right? Like Julia and whatever. Now, the thing about Python is it's not for everything, and it's very lucky that it's not, because you don't want to have to shoulder all the burden on one language. That would be bad. So diversity, good. Monopoly, bad. I'm totally cosmopolitan in my approach and my own thinking, that is. And when Python was still small, I wasn't using it yet. I was in the Microsoft camp entirely with FoxPro, Visual FoxPro, which is something I cut my teeth on for many years, working in medical research, mostly medical statistics, right? But I wasn't the statistician. That would have been Dr. Grunkmeyer and such, That was the job of the theoreticians. I was just a data harvester, and I innovated a lot of architecture embedded in the hospital software system. It was all HIPAA compliant, I would say, although they didn't like my answers on some of the security things, because they were hoping I, a one-man show, might shoulder all their responsibilities. Why not? But that didn't happen, of course. I mean, physics is physics. So do check out that repo, and then I'll just show you the one I'm talking about with the COVID camp. Right, so all these kids shut in and wanting some serious education. We're still on a farm cycle for some reason in North America, where like summer means no school. It's like you can stop learning now. It's like it's all ridiculous, right? No one takes it seriously. It's very quaint. We live like we think the Amish are backward or something. I don't. Actually, they've got a lot ahead of us in terms of being more self-sufficient and growing your own food and stuff. That's very prescient. But there's a lot of things that keep us really kind of, I don't know, in the dark ages. I'm going to go to NBevewy, which is a cool resource that I don't know if they're still throttling. If you get too popular, they won't let it work anymore. I don't know. But it seems to be working pretty well, and it gives a better sort of better look and feel a little bit than GitHub has time for, because GitHub has other responsibilities. This is a dedicated notebook viewer, and so it goes to a little more trouble in terms of showing you the YouTubes and so on. And when I'm scrolling through here, I've shown some before. Pretty soon here, I'm going to end this video. In fact, since I have shown this before, I've continued to evolve it, but let me not take any more of your time, and just shout out to Julia community and our community. Excellent experience diving into both of these. Well thought out, good tutorials. R is very well established, and Julia is doing a really good job of spreading itself. Talk to you again.